Did you know that there's 8 elements of self-care that we all have to manage in order to care for ourselves? I didn't know that. Do you want to know about it? Follow me.
I'm gonna make a little song that introduces self-care, Samantha. All right, we're in. Hello, everybody. I am Self-Care Samantha. Welcome to my YouTube page. All right, so welcome to my page. What's it all about? Why am I here? Well, I am here to teach you holistic self-care. And I want you to think about that word as WHOLE, a whole approach to self-care. Why? Because self-care is not one thing. It's actually a lifestyle. So if there's one thing I could reiterate to you right now, before I even get into anything, is this. Your self-care is the quality of your life, which is also the quality of your self-love. Okay, so if this is something you're struggling with, if you find people are like, oh, do a little more self-love, a little self-care, and you don't know what that means like I did, I'm here to teach you that because I struggled with that so much in my life. And I had so many times where people would be like, I had to do a little self-care. And I'd be like, okay, but what does that even mean? And I'm poor and I don't have anything. So like, what am I supposed to do? You know? And they would always suggest things to me that I didn't have money for, or that were completely outlandish, or ultimately just things that I'm not interested, you know, like many times girls will tell me like, go get your nails done, self-care. Well, personally, I am not that type of girl. However, I do agree that getting your nails done is a form of self-care if it's something that you enjoy doing. Okay. So there are 8 elements of self-care. I'm going to teach those 8 elements to you. And I'm also going to teach you something that I call the grit method. Okay. So what is the grit method? First, I'm going to tell you it is a physical method I have that I've created in order to keep myself on track. I have taught this to many people and it's completely successful. Just like anything, the only time it doesn't work is when the person really doesn't want this. Okay. So the grit method is basically a way that I'm going to teach you how to trick your subconscious and keep you on track for this self-care lifestyle. Okay. Now, what I really want to push is that I don't want you to live like me, but I found a pattern that all of us have to basically abide by if we're going to have a good quality of life. It's going to look a little different for every single person because we're all individual. So these 8 elements are broad, but I guarantee every single adult in the world, in this modern world that we're living in, has to do these 8 things at least weekly, if not daily, in order to have a good quality of life. And that, my friends, is true self-care. So what are the 8 elements? Well, we're going to start with our inner world. The first element is our intellectual self-care, okay? Why didn't I not say mental? When we get into the deeper videos of each element, you'll understand why, but I prefer to call it intellectual self-care over mental self-care. The second is our emotional self-care. The third is our spiritual self-care, okay? That's our inner world. When I say spiritual self-care, I'm not talking about religion or Jesus or Muhammad or anything like that. What I'm talking about is you as the creator of your life. So saying I love is creator created creature to create. And your job is to create purpose within your life. So purpose is reason, a reason you want to do something or a reason you want to help the world. I'm going to help you figure a little bit of that out, but you're mostly going to discover it on your own through the information I share with you. The fourth element is our physical body. Okay, so it's not just exercise and food, it's what you're taking in all the time. And I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about like the chemicals and the smells of all the cleaners we have and how that affects you, as well as what you're listening to and the frequencies. Like there's so many things going on with our body. And let me remind you, without a body, you don't have a life. So it's super important that we really care for this machine that we have or this vehicle that we have that gets us through this life every day. Okay. So moving out from the body, we're going to move into our exterior world of self-care. So the first would be environmental self-care. So what I mean by environmental self-care is the places that you spend the most time. Your home, your office, where you work. Okay. If those things are not healthy, you're not healthy. The next would be your social self-care. So that really matters. They say that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you think 3 out of those 5 people are dumb, that's on you. Now, from there, we're moving into our recreational self-care, recreational. Okay. The point here is to create things for fun. and do it again because you enjoy it. Okay. So, artists never get tired of painting. Why? Because they love doing it. It's creative and they're going to recreate something else. Musicians, they love to keep doing it. They love it. It's not always about money. It's about the joy that comes from it. Okay. And recreation should have nothing to do with money. But with that said, financial self-care being our 8th element is arguably unbelievably important in this very modern world that we're living in, because we need money. We need money to pay the bills. We need money to do all these things. But I'm not going to teach you how to be a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, but I can teach you some stuff about money management. And I know some financial planners that maybe I could invite onto the channel with us, and we can talk to them a little bit about whatever we need to know about how to manage our day-to-day finances better, so that when we want to go get our nails done or go out with our friends for dinner or just to, buy some painting supplies, that you can do it and not think, oh, how am I going to do that? Okay. Money management is a skill and a half. Making $1 million is a completely different skill. And if you don't have money management, your $1 million is going to disappear. So that is the 8 elements in a nutshell, with the grit method in a nutshell. If one of these particular items sticks out to you, please tell me about it here in the comments. Just let me know which one you're like, really, you can't wait to hear about. And maybe I'll change the order of how I put them out there. I don't know yet. We're going to figure it out. This is the first time I've had a YouTube channel. So you're also going to have to watch me grow a little bit. And this is part of my own self-care and my own purpose. So I'm going to do my best every day to share every video to share with you broad examples so that you can see how it'll work for you versus me, because there's going to be some things that are great for you that you love doing that I really don't like, and vice versa. Okay. And there's going to be things that I'm really good at doing in self-care that you're not, and vice versa. One of my friends, she is like the best house cleaner. I am not a very good house cleaner, but you know what I'm really good at? Fitness and nutrition. And the same friend that I'm talking about is, she's not as good at that stuff, and she's always looking for advice on it. So these are the things that we all are a little different in, and there's no best. There's nobody who's the best. There's nobody who's the worst. I am not the best either. That's why I created the grit method, is to keep myself on track so that I can be really good with my self-care, so that the quality of my life stays really homeostatic, okay? Like pretty level, instead of having drops and heights. I don't want my life to constantly go like this. I'm trying to kind of maintain this right now, okay? That's in a nutshell. My name is Samantha. I have a bunch of credentials that I'm going to talk about later, but I promise you can trust my information, and I'm really excited to share this with you. Let me know in the comments which item on the list of the 8 elements you're most excited to hear about. Please subscribe to my channel, and for the next many weeks, I'm going to focus on one element at a time. Once we've gone through each element and we understand them really well, then I'm going to teach you the grit method. I really can't wait for that, and I promise you it's customizable. That's the best part of it. I can't wait to teach you more. I'm really excited to share this. And if you know somebody who might benefit from this information, please go ahead and share it with them too. So thank you so much. I cannot wait to see everybody, my beautiful flock. I will return in about a week with a new video. Have a great day.